Hi, this is Lai Cha's Birria Tacos.
Hi, I'm Donnie.
And I'm Jenny, and we're from TacoDon.
I actually got the name Lai Cha because one cha in Chinese means eat and my nickname is Cha. And yeah, Lai Cha is like a phrase very common in our house, which means let's eat. And so yeah, it's something very happy, and I guess that's why I decided to name it that.
So it's a wordplay. Yes, my name is Donnie, but TacoDon, it's meaning the upper echelons of tacos. Like, we want to give flavors that Cebuanos haven't tasted before, but still incorporate local ingredients.
So I'm Charmine Go. I'm a chef at one of the restaurants here in Cebu. Lai Cha actually started because of a wake-up call. I realized that it was like mid-2020 and I haven't really done anything. I was supposed to work for a 3 Michelin star restaurant in New York, but my visa got denied twice. And then I started applying for things abroad, and they just couldn't sponsor my visa because of my lack of work experience. And so I had so many setbacks last 2019, and 2020 happened. And so this pandemic like made me realize that, you know what, like this, there's so much time, no more excuses. And if it's something I want, then I was gonna do it. Because I live with my parents, and because of this whole COVID situation, it's kind of tricky, you know, because you can't have people in and out. So I wanted to make sure it was safe if ever I'd start something. So I asked my parents because I live with them, and luckily they allowed. So I actually started with donuts. It was very small. Like I didn't start with Lai Cha branding right away. It was more of a personal thing. Like I just sell through my own page or through my own personal account. And then luckily I also have a lot of siblings who helped me. Like they would share things share on their Instagram as well and on Facebook. So it made me gain more customers. So one thing I miss about the States would be the tacos, and I couldn't really find it here especially because everything is closed now. So I decided to order some chilies, and I realized that yeah, there's not much Mexican stuff available here in the Philippines. So I actually had to get my chilies all the way from the States. From there, I think it wasn't like instant click. Honestly, like we had our chilies probably early May, but we only started selling June because we couldn't find a way to. I was never really contented with the tacos itself, or sometimes there would be the lack of ingredients, something like that. So yeah, it took me a while, and it took a lot of push from honestly everyone like around me. Like my friends were like, "You should really do your tacos because yeah, because they've tried like there are other kinds of tacos and all that." I actually just did it for a week first. When I did it for a week, I realized that a lot of people, like I was getting a lot of more like messages, inquiries, and I said that I was gonna, okay fine, I'll just bring it back for a bit. And I don't know, it just started going on, and until now, like we're always sold out after we release our order form, Sunday 6 p.m. all the time. Like we're sold out like within 2 hours, like for the whole week. And so I think right now our branding is honestly like more on tacos and donuts, but right now I think we're really into our signature birria tacos. So I decided to do birria tacos among all the other kinds of tacos, mainly because no one was actually doing it here in Cebu, and I felt like if I wanted to succeed in this, this business, I had to do something different. And the food should obviously like be good and all that. And we don't use local chilies. We actually bring in chilies from Mexico. And I think that's what makes birria really good. Like how the beef is very soft and it's marinated and like slow cooked for so long and in the chilies. Yeah, what also sets it aside is that its sauce is actually the broth where you cook the beef in. It just gives it more flavor. And for our birria tacos, actually, we actually added our own touch. So aside from the consomme, which is the beef broth, we also offer this green sauce. This green sauce is just a personal take. It's more of, when I was in the States, we used to make tacos a lot for our family meal in our restaurant. And it's one sauce that we always use. And I felt like it would match the birria, like it just enhances the flavor more also. So this one actually, I got this recipe from my co-chef, yeah, in the States. So for our taco, for our birria taco, it's actually just a double corn tortilla, which is dipped in the consomme. And then we have the cheese, the beef, and then onions and cilantro. That's it. So it's actually very simple, but yeah, all the flavor is actually in the beef itself. The beef is very special in a way that it's super, super tender because we slow cook it for almost 12 hours. We actually go through like 20 kilos of beef every 2 days. So for our chilies, we actually have like 4 different Mexican chilies. So we have like guajillo, New Mexico chilies, arbol, and ancho chilies. So we use 2 corn tortillas, mainly because our beef is actually very saucy. So with that, like since it's 2 layers, the first one actually just catches the juice. The outer layer is what gives the crunch texture already. We offer 2 sauces, and we actually advise them to use both. So for me, I get the taco, I scoop the green sauce, and then for the consomme, I just dip it right away. They'd say that it reminds them of like an LA taco food truck and all that stuff. But I think for us, how we gauge if like the customers like it or not, it's more on, they actually like refer to their friends. And they also like, for example, okay, today they order a box of 4. The next week if they get a slot, they say, okay, I'm gonna order for my friend, my family. And so yeah, I feel like that says like, okay, this taco is good. Like I want this, I mean like good food should be shared with everyone. Like that's what I believe in.
So my name is Donnie, and I lived in California pretty much my whole life. Moving here about 2 years ago, and we actually started a business here, Trademark Bar.
I stayed in Dubai for about 10 years, working in an oil and gas company. You know, after working for so long away from home, I thought, I want to go home. I want to go home. So I came home. I think I met Donnie 4 or 5 months after I came home. He actually was just visiting, or he came here to attend his best friend's wedding. And then we met at the party. And then we became business partners, opened up Trademark, and yeah, here we are. And now we have a baby together.
I love tacos because it kind of reminds me of home. California being the production of Mexican food. So one of the things I personally was looking for tacos to eat here in Cebu. And the flavors just didn't seem right, didn't seem like it was home. So what we did was created something that was really, home to me as far as the flavors, the meats, and that's kind of one of the things that I missed. So that's why TacoDon was created. TacoDon actually started in June 2019 at Trademark. At the time, we were having chefs continue to make our tacos. Then one day, we had lost our chef, and me and my partner at the moment was like, why not we make the tacos? And since then, it started building.
Sometime January January when dili pa siya lockdown, pero we felt that the business was slowing down kay na naman to COVID at nga time. So our friends happened to know that we are the ones making the tacos, so they order from us and we make it from home. And then one friend recommended to another friend and another friend, and then we didn't really look at it as a business of its own at that time. It was just like, oh, they're my friends. They're our friends anyway, so it's okay. And then the pandemic started, and since we are a bar and lounge, we were the ones to get hit first because there was a liquor ban. So we couldn't sell, basically we couldn't operate. And then it was the uncertainty pagid kung kano sa mabalik ang, like, when are we going to be able to operate again? So we revisited that opportunity because, as you know, everything must have stopped, but the expenses just keep on going. You still have to spend for everything. So we said, okay, let's try to make something out of it. And then, we already had the name TacoDon. Like, we were playing around with it for a while now, and then we said, okay, let's do it. And yeah, TacoDon is born. First and foremost, when we started making tacos at Trademark, we were also very hands-on. We didn't just buy vegetables here and there. I myself, I was pregnant back then, I would go to Carbon at, say, 12 midnight, because that's when it opens. And then from Carbon, go straight to Pasil to get the shrimps. We didn't offer tuna as much before, so just to get the shrimps from there. Okay, we were sure that the shrimps are big and fresh. So yeah, and then I already had suppliers, but when we had to do the business during the pandemic, those people are no longer in business. But luckily, when the pandemic started, everything was online. Everybody was selling online. You could see it on Facebook, on every social media platform. And we just started searching for supplier, and it was a hit or miss. They would deliver good products, so-so products, and substandard ones. So it was a hit or miss. And then we just carried on, and maybe 3-4 suppliers after, then we found the good ones. And we're like, okay, let's stick to these people. I think what makes us special is because we do it ourselves and we're very much involved. We do train our staff so that, one way, sometime soon, makabiya namin, we can, focus on other things. But we pretty much wake up at 6 a.m., 5:30 a.m., doing all the work at the back end, the kitchen. All the magic starts there. And yeah, everything is done fresh. we have already suppliers in place. So the delivery of everything is done almost every 2 or 3 days. Naalay mga ligas mga adlaw, but they deliver everything fresh on the day, and then we prepare everything fresh on the day. So from our salsas to our sauces, even the meat, everything good is from the heart. Hago gyud kayo, hard work from me and Donnie and the rest of the team too. So with all the love, gibuhat ng mga tacos. If you want to break it down, so tacos start with the tortilla. Ang akong ate pa hapin, iyang hapin, and then most of our variants naagay bed of cabbage. So the cabbage, and then the meat. So we have beef, pork belly, pork carnitas, pork sisig, chicken, shrimp, and seared tuna. And then the meat. And some of them have the pickled onions and pepper. Some of them don't. And then you put the salsa. So we use 2 kinds of salsa. Pico de gallo for most of the meat, and then the cucumber mango salsa for the seafood. And then the signature sauces. We have 2 signature sauces. So we have the red one, which is this mild spicy, not so halang. And then the non-spicy signature sauce, the green sauce. So everything is made from scratch good. So from the tortillas to the sauces to the salsas.
It's definitely a good feeling. Definitely it feels like it's starting to enhance, and lots of Cebuanos' taste buds are starting to taste something new. But also still use the local ingredients that might seem very familiar in our product, but also giving it a taste of California and what we have to offer too.
Say pepper, capsicum or other things. They're a family, and then I started thinking we cannot source this every time, and then it would have not exact taste, pero familiar naman na sila, so pare-pareho na something very similar or common about it. So, instead of using kani, why don't we use silispada? It's lower cost. People are accustomed to the taste, and every time I experiment on something, and then I let Donnie taste it, like, what do you think of this? And he wouldn't even notice the difference sometimes. I was like, oh cool, okay, lower cost. Lower cost, we use local ingredients. We get to help, our local suppliers, and still give that authentic taste para sa atong customers.
I think one of the feedback that we get, not necessarily, yes, we get the story footage on IG, but the returning of customers. We get customers constantly buying week by week, and also sharing it with their friends, which they tend to also buy and then share with their friends. So we definitely build off that, and we know we're creating a good product when they keep coming back.
So the secret to a good taco, I think, is a lot of love and time. I say that because our tacos actually don't have any exact measurement. Like I will never put the same amount of salt in the beef that I make. So there's never really an exact recipe. So it's about tasting until you feel like oh my gosh, these tacos are they're really good. That's when you stop.
So the secret behind a good taco is the freshness of the vegetables, the ingredients that we use, local, made from scratch, the day of, with our orders.
So my advice for anyone who wants to start up a business is to just do it. Honestly, I don't think anyone is very sure about like what the outcome will be, but believe in yourself. And right now, like this pandemic, I feel like we're all about like supporting our friends. Like for me, like just start something, and if at first it doesn't click, then always get feedback. I feel like feedback is very, very important in order to grow. Starting something will always be like a learning experience, and I don't know, life is short, so just do it.
Gotta have dedication first, because once you jump into it, like there's no going back. You can't do anything half-hearted, so everything has to be in it. And then you have to do your market research and really focus on your product. So everything is about the product, and everything else will follow, like your service, your system. It's not a one-day thing that you get to know everything. Your marketing, daghan kayong aspects in the business that you get to stumble upon when the business runs na.
We're all here, like honestly, like just trying to make ends meet, or trying to, I don't know, do something with our time because like we're stuck at home. We wanna help others. And so it's very important really to support local. And yeah, without the customers, then we wouldn't be where we are at right now.
That is actually one of the best things I feel that happened, and that has been a result of this pandemic, because it made like all local business owners not compete. So it somehow built an awareness that we are able to survive and thrive more when we support each other.